Bureau saying that additional documents provided indicate that the peeling liner was a result of flawed installation by the contractor and the rush to get the job done before Independence Day activities. Todd Blanche is facing an uncertain path to confirmation as Attorney General after Donald Trump doubled down on his desire to compensate victims of alleged government weaponization. ABC's Peter Haralambos.
2 Republican senators are refusing to move forward with Blanche's nomination unless he puts into writing that the Department of Justice's $1.8 billion anti-weaponization fund is dead. Trump's statements during a cabinet meeting Friday may complicate Blanche's already uncertain path to confirmation.
Well, it is dead, but, I wish it weren't, to be honest.
An unprecedented border crisis has erupted in the Spanish territory. Of 60,000 migrants entered the area from Morocco, with at least 57 of them dying during their attempts to cross. Tens of thousands have reportedly already returned. ABC News foreign correspondent Brie Clennon.
On the ground, officials are describing it as absolute chaos, with the head of the local security force describing it as a border collapse. They've sent in 3 military platoons, a diving unit, a Navy vessel to help restore order. And we understand, too, that the Prime Minister is also scheduled to visit.
And a possible major development in the Middle East. President Trump says Hamas has agreed to completely disarm in Gaza. He also says Hamas will give up its weapons and transfer control of the territory to a new Palestinian government. Hamas says it will only do that if Israel completely withdraws from Gaza. You're listening to ABC News.
If you haven't switched to Pure Talk because you're not sure their coverage is every bit as reliable as Big Wireless, why not take them for a test drive? For a limited time, Pure Talk is offering any of their plans for just $15 a month for the first 3 months, including their top-tier unlimited data plan. No contracts, no commitments, just a great deal on a high-speed network with unlimited data from an American wireless company. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and let the savings begin.
These days, heading back to school means more than pencils and notebooks. It means laptops, tablets, online accounts, and a lot of personal information moving across the internet. WebRoot Total Protection gives families powerful online defense tools with antivirus, VPN, cloud backup, identity protection, and more, helping keep your digital life secure throughout the school year and beyond. Go to webroot.com/radio and get 60% off today. That's webroot.com/radio for 60% off. Live a better digital life with WebRoot, because peace of mind shouldn't be optional.
Seattle Mayor Katie Wilson today naming Andre Sales as interim police chief. Wilson says she accepted Chief Sean Barnes' resignation following a mass shooting that left 3 people dead. Mayor Wilson on the outgoing chief.
Chief Barnes was appointed by Mayor Harrell and made real contributions to public safety in this city. On Sunday, officers of the Seattle Police Department responded with professionalism, courage, and care for the people in front of them. Chief Barnes expressed his pride in them, and so do I.
A man has been charged with manslaughter months after he allegedly shot and killed his neighbor, mistaking him for a bear, according to an arrest affidavit. ABC's Chuck Sievertson.
Ariel Rodriguez is accused of gunning down his neighbor Jason Sheffield in Naples, Florida. The arrest papers say Rodriguez's wife told investigators that she heard a noise around midnight and was worried a wild animal was attacking the farm animals in her backyard. She says her husband looked and said he thought it might be a bear, got a rifle, fired a warning shot and another around waist high into the dark, then went back to bed. Next morning, Rodriguez found his neighbor dead on his neighbor's property, phoned 911, and said it was an accident.
Former Congressman George Santos will pay $35,000 after the federal regulator overseeing prediction markets found that he engaged in what's called manipulative activity over whether he would or would not attend the State of the Union address earlier this year, and will forfeit several $1,000 in alleged winnings. Dave Packer, ABC News.
If you haven't switched to Pure Talk because you're not sure their coverage is every bit as reliable as Big Wireless, why not take them for a test drive? For a limited time, Pure Talk is offering any of their plans for just $15 a month for the first 3 months, including their top-tier unlimited data plan. No contracts, no commitments, just a great deal on a high-speed network with unlimited data from an American wireless company. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and let the savings begin.
Every so often in medicine, something comes along that is truly revolutionary.
Dr. Mitchell Scheinkup, former orthopedic surgeon, now National Medical Director at QC Kinetics.
I believe this is one of those things.
Dr. Scheinkup is talking about regenerative medicine, something he's practiced, researched, and written about for nearly 2 decades.
The old ways of dealing with joint pain, such as steroids and surgery, are no longer the best ways.
If you have pain from arthritis or injury, you owe it to yourself to learn more about this exciting option, using your own body's natural power to get lasting relief. And there's no better place to learn than QC Kinetics.
There is no one in this country today with more clinics, more satisfied patients, more advanced protocols, or more experience in using this exciting option to deliver life-changing results.
Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-667-5559. That's 414-667-5559. 414-667-5559.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Whether it's help with hormone therapy, weight management, or sexual health, every woman should have access to affordable prescription medication and personalized care that understands the whole woman. Join me, Dr. Doug Lucas, clinical lead of hormone optimization and longevity at LifeMD, along with other leading experts on the podcast Here's Something Good on Women's Health and Longevity. To learn more, go to lifemd.com.
Your need-to-know cultural snapshot of Wisconsin and beyond. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee, a deep dive into all things intriguing, riveting, and entertaining. Now, here's your host, Sandy Maxx.
Happy Friday! Thanks for joining me on What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. What happens after the credits roll on the screen? Well, tonight we're going to go behind the scenes of some pretty inspiring stories here in Wisconsin. You will hear what's next for the acclaimed and exciting Uke documentary as filmmakers Suzanne Jerva and Jeremy Kuhn share new plans and untold stories about bringing Bob Uecker's legacy to audiences. Actor Gary Sinise, he is opening his heart about the world premiere of Graceful Warrior. It's a couple of concerts that are world premiering right here at Milwaukee Skylight Music Theater to honor the music and the legacy of his late son. And you'll hear an excerpt from my chat with Gary Sinise and hook you up with the full interview on YouTube. But I think it's a very special event that you'll want to be at. Just a beautiful event. And Gary will be on stage sharing these stories and sharing this music with local musicians performing. Also going to introduce you to another remarkable story of resilience and creativity. Award-winning Amelinda chef Gregory Leone is in a new documentary called Humble Kitchen. And I will share some highlights from our conversation. It really does follow his life story. And I discovered things that I didn't know about Chef Leone. And so you'll find out where you can watch Humble Kitchen and hear those behind-the-scenes stories. Plus, take a closer look at the magnificent Budweiser Clydesdales. I know this is Miller country, but they're pretty magnificent animals, and they've been visiting downtown Milwaukee and Ozaukee County. Find out where you can see them tomorrow and hear a fun feature by WTMJ's Debbie Lazaga. And also, we're going to celebrate an anniversary. Milwaukee Makers Market has an anniversary coming up next month, and Ryan Lasig is the man behind Milwaukee Makers Market and also the executive director of the Eastside Bid, where Black Cat Alley is and all sorts of creativity. So we're going to check in with Ryan Lasig before 8 o'clock. And before 7, you can win free tickets to see the All-American Rejects at the Wisconsin State Fair and hear one of their hits as the song you need to hear. So see, you're in the right place tonight here on What's on Tap. And we start with our beloved Bob Uecker on the big screen. The Uke documentary is in cinemas around Wisconsin now, but believe it or not, it will be on more screens in our state next month. And with all the updates and some behind-the-scenes stories, I am pleased to welcome back to What's on Tap 2 filmmakers involved in the production of the new documentary called Uke. In the studio with me is filmmaker Suzanne Jerva. How are you?
Hello, Sandy. Nice to be here again.
I'm glad you're here. You're smiling, so I think you have good news to share with us.
Oh, yes. It's so fun to share this news.
And on the phone, Jeremy Kuhn, one of the producers of Uke. How are you, Jeremy?
Doing great. Thanks for having me back.
I'm glad to talk with you again. So since I last visited with both of you, Uke has been on big screens around quite a few Wisconsin cinemas for the past week. How has reaction been so far?
Jeremy, do you want
great.
to start with the numbers?
Yeah. So we just finished our first week yesterday, and we did 127,000, which for Marcus has been a huge partner in this supporting. It's been on 17 screens around the state, and that's people really turned out for it in Wisconsin to support. Really shows the support of Bob. So we're hoping this is a start of something great, but we're off to a really good start, and we're really happy with where we're headed.
I'm happy. I don't follow the numbers of box office, how the rankings go and that sort of thing. Like, hey, if a good movie's a good movie and you want it to do well, but it's interesting to hear those numbers, Jeremy. And so was that sort of what you expected, or is it surpassing expectations, and does it get Uke to the next level?
Yeah, we're close to getting you to the next level. I mean, the way I would describe it is it's kind of a David Goliath, and we're holding our own because we opened between the Odyssey and Spider-Man today.
I was just going to say, this is a time when people are going to see the Odyssey to know that Uke and Odysseus are right up there.
Yeah, Spider-Man's going to be likely the highest grossing opening of all time. It's going to do maybe close to $380 million, which is nuts.
Yeah.
Did $72 million yesterday. So this week's going to be rough to us. Anyone can turn out for the shows we're doing, and all this helps because the more the theater makes, the more they're going to keep it. So we're hoping we can just kind of, once we get the wake of Spider-Man out of the way, we can kind of sit around and be in theaters longer. But this week's going to be pretty telling for, how long the film can stay in certain theaters.
And Jeremy, I feel like you're excited about the box office, and it's important as producers of the film. This is the business side of things, and how do we get it in more theaters or get it to streaming? And I feel like, though, I imagine you kind of like at a baseball game, people keep score with the box score. I picture you with a spreadsheet and crunching the numbers and getting your pencil out.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm that into. I mean, as a kid, I didn't follow box office stats as a kid. I followed box office stats because I was like a huge movie nerd starting at 7 or 8.
Really?
But I would get the Monday paper. Yeah, I get the Monday paper, and they would print the top 10 box office hits. And I've just been following that and now it's super easy because you have Box Office Mojo and all these sites online. But yeah, it's just something that for better or worse, it's luckily my profession, it's beneficial. Otherwise, it would just be kind of a waste of time.
No, it would just be a hobby. But I just love imagining little Jeremy running down the driveway and getting the newspaper before his parents do.
Yeah, I'd find the page. It was I think it was USA Today, and then Dallas Morning News where I grew up. But they used to print it every Monday.
Well, that's the business side of things. I have Suzanne Gerva and Jeremy Kuhn, producers on the new Uke documentary. So we're excited to hear that it was a big opening week in Wisconsin theaters, but there are bigger plans, and we'll find out what those plans are for Uke and how you can see the film if you haven't had a chance yet. Next on What's on Tap.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Take me out to the ball game. We get to take you out to the ball game for a fun tailgate party. Come celebrate WTMJ Day with us. Your favorite WTMJ host. I'm sure I'm one of them, right? We're having a private tailgate at the Brewers game Saturday, August 29th. Food, drinks, hanging out with your favorite WTMJ hosts, and of course, tickets to the Brewers game. They take on the Rangers at American Family Field August 29th. Get the info, get your tickets at this website, WTMJday.com. Tickets will go fast, so get in on this today, and we'll see you at the ballpark for WTMJ Day, Saturday, August 29th, sponsored by Big Fish Contracting and Woodman's and Catering, courtesy of Leff's Lucky Town.
Church and Chapel Funeral Homes. Dignified services with less expensive fees compared to other fine funeral homes. Church and Chapel Funeral Homes. There's one near you.
Find furniture for life from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee.
Have you ever wondered if you're giving the right way? Maybe you want to support a charity that's important to you, but you're not sure how it fits into your estate plan or what it means for your family's future. Join Annex Wealth Management for a free webinar, More Giving, Less Guessing. Hear from me, yours truly, Steve Scavidi, and CEO Dave Spano, estate planning attorney Alec Durand, as we share practical strategies to help you give with confidence and create the legacy you envision. Reserve your free spot today at annexwealth.com/events. That's annexwealth.com/events.
Get the help you need Saturday morning with How To Radio.
At 7, it's the WTMJ Fix-It Show with David Nason, featuring this week's guests, old-fashioned roofing and appliance gallery. At 9, plan your dream vacation with the Fox World Travel Show. And at 10, get financial guidance during Money Talk.
Contact Annex Wealth Management for an unbiased review of your investments at annexwealth.com. How To Radio, Saturday mornings on WTMJ. You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ.
When the Braves came to Milwaukee, I remember the parade.
A capacity crowd of some 34,000 fans jammed the new $5 million county stadium.
I was at the ballpark every day. Being born and raised in Milwaukee, that was a big deal. It really was. And watching them as a kid, you wanted to become a big league player at that time.
A moment from the Uke documentary, all about, of course, Bob Uecker, that followed him the last 2 years of his life. The plan was to follow him around ballparks and hang out with him at home and find out these great stories of his entire career from baseball to entertainment. And then, of course, took that turn when we found out that Bob Uecker was battling with cancer. And in the studio with me is producer Suzanne Jerva, part of the Uke production crew, and on the phone, co-producer Jeremy Kuhn. And how does it feel to hear that moment of the movie?
It's fun always to hear something that you worked on is out there. And it's been really fun to hear people in Wisconsin talk about what Bob Uecker meant to them. And there's stories after stories. It's just fun to hear that, how much he really meant to the people of Wisconsin, the people of Milwaukee. And so it just fills my heart to hear anything from the film still. It's just like, not every film gets to this point. And so we're really enjoying it.
That's a great point. And Jeremy, as you have been part of this process since day one, how does it feel for you with this film being out for officially a week now on big screens, but to hear a moment like that from the film?
No, it's just super touching, and it's like, as Suzanne said, it's just the fact that people are responding to. I mean, it's like Bob was. It's easy to make a film about Bob because he's so interesting, so beloved. So it's kind of like nice that people are feeling the way we do about it. So like the response has been awesome.
We talked about it's a successful first week in the world of independent film. Is it the top independent film that is released? How do those charts go? Do you keep an eye on those, Jeremy? Or just
it's called Specialty Box Office. We had stiff competition to a Pinocchio horror film, so we could not beat that. But
didn't we have better numbers per screen?
We had way better numbers per screen. We had the highest. I think we had one of the highest per screen averages of any film that was over like 3 screens.
Yeah, so I think that's how we start that sentence.
I still feel like somewhere Bob Uecker is laughing that what? A Pinocchio horror film did better than me the first week? I feel like we just get that spite going. We'll get more people out. So there are a lot of Marcus theaters that are screening this wonderful Uke documentary around the state, but I understand that the plans are to go even further across the state and that you even have a Uke tour planned.
Yes, there's a Uke tour plan, and Marcus is a great partner on this, but there's a lot of independent theaters too who came to us to ask if they could screen it too. So I believe, are we up to 49 total screens? I mean total theaters now?
51's the last spreadsheet I saw, right around there.
That's wonderful.
See, that's why he keeps the spreadsheet, and I just tell a story.
No, but that's why it takes a team. That's filmmaking. Everybody's good at their. And also, I love that the Oriental Theater, where it world premiered for the Milwaukee Film Festival on August 6th, there'll be that special marquee screening where the co-directors, Steve Farr, Michael T. Volman will be there, and you've got the broadcasters, Josh Maurer, Jeff Levering, Lane Grindle, Sophia Minert will be there, and they'll be having additional screenings in the beautiful Oriental Theater of Uke.
And here's a pro tip, because last time during the festival, it sold out immediately. And then they opened a side theater, and that sold out too. So everybody needs to get their tickets really fast.
That's a good plan. So for the Uke tour around the state, are there special events planned, or just it'll ripple out?
Yes, the directors are going to show up at a lot of Q&As. We're working with, and Jeremy, maybe you know all these stadiums better than me, but the Madison Mallards, that baseball team, they were there.
My knowledge of minor league baseball teams is not as strong as my box office.
Yeah, but they'll be in like lacrosse. There's a team there. The Mallards, the Chinooks.
Yeah, it makes sense to tie in with all the baseball. And the great thing is if you go to the website ukemovie.com, and I think also if you type in ukethemovie.com, it defaults to that, because I think I've been saying that a lot. But ukemovie.com, you can see the theaters listed where you can see it right now. And then it says August 6th and beyond, additional theaters will continue to be added, but everywhere from the Oriental Theater in Milwaukee, but Janesville, Rhinelander, Hartford, Lake Geneva, Baraboo, De Pere, Rice Lake, I mean, truly all around the state. Shawano, Sparta, like all
the way
around
up
the state.
north.
Ooh.
All the way. And just lots of fun with these, the baseball games that are going on, and, opportunities for people to come out and see the Uke on the filmmakers there again. And then there might be some raffles about stuff too, about the film. So really fun stuff. Again, I think Bob Uecker would be really happy to see that too.
I do too.
Yeah.
And then, Jeremy, what can you tell us about the film business side of things? That this is going to be an exciting month for the state of Wisconsin to get to see Bob Uecker's story. But he had fans all around the country and all around the world. What does it take to get an independent film to that next step for other states or a national distribution?
Yeah, so typically a film would open in like New York and LA and then work its way kind of into the middle of America. We're doing the exact opposite. We're starting in Wisconsin and then branching out. So like we want to do to like Minneapolis and Chicago and kind of go out and maybe end up in New York and LA. But like we have a good first week start, but if we can hit $300,000 or $400,000 or more $1,000 in just Wisconsin, like that's going to ring a lot of bells for other theater owners, and it's going to make it a lot easier to get the film out around the country.
Good plan, and I like that you're going with a creative approach. The down top or top down.
Yeah. Or center out, I guess is what you
Yeah, it's about time. Yeah, instead of start on the coast. I like that way, heartland outwards. And
Yes.
and the two of you are both very experienced filmmakers, and so I love that you bring your experience along with the rest of the Uke crew, the September Club documentary team. It's great to have that experience to help something this precious really grow and expand. And I want to find out more about each of your filmmaking backgrounds now that I mention it. So when we come back, find out about producer Jeremy Kuhn's accomplishments and other films he's worked on, and Suzanne Jerva, another producer of Uke. Learn more about the behind the scenes of the Uke documentary next on What's on Tap.
Summer always starts with good intentions.
Kids home from school, weekend trips, more time outside.
But somehow the house is in complete chaos by June.
That's why summer is the perfect time to get organized with Inspired Closets.
We create custom solutions for garages, pantries, laundry rooms, and more, so your home works better for real life.
And when everything has a place, summer feels a whole lot less stressful.
Visit us today at InspiredClosetsMilwaukee.com.
Inspired Closets.
A wife and husband team.
The other day I received a call from a customer who had these beautiful old tables that at one time were covered with glass tops. But one day a coffee mug dropped, and just like that, those beautiful tables went right into retirement. You know how it goes. Once a glass top of a set of tables breaks, they go into the basement or the garage and do a great job at collecting dust. The customer never knew who could help, but when she asked, I readily said, "Oh, we can replace that. In fact, there are a lot of things we can do with glass. We could even sandblast a beautiful custom design into your new glass tops." This is Stacy Sinks with Les's Glass Service, and glass and mirrors have been our business for over 35 years. So if it's a new glass shower door, fogged or broken insulated glass replacement, or affordable glass and mirror home decor that you've been looking for, you just can't pass on Les's Glass. Les's Glass Service, serving all of southeastern Wisconsin. Find us at lesglassservice.com.
Progressive Insurance. Progressive can protect your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, ATV, RV, and more. In short, a lot of things. Bundle today at progressive.com.
Get your rock solid guaranteed pre-approval to buy at accunet.com.
Hey, this is WTMJ Steve Scaffidi. Have you listened to WTMJ Outdoors yet? Well, what are you waiting for? Every Saturday at 2 right here on 620 WTMJ. Stories of the outdoors of Wisconsin and beyond as we celebrate everything in recreation. This week and every week on WTMJ Outdoors, you have an idea for a guest or a topic? Send them my way. Easy way to do that. Email me at steve.scaffidi@WTMJ.com. We'll get them on.
It's WTMJ Outdoors, presented by Outdoor Living Unlimited. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx.
Welcome back to What's on Tap, where we are going behind the scenes of the Uke documentary. Brand new, all about Bob Uecker, follows his life, follows the last 2 seasons, all around the ballparks. But one of the best things is you get to actually hang out with him in his home, something we'd all love to do, and watch him go through some of his memorabilia. And 2 of the co-producers of the Uecker documentary, Suzanne Jerva, is in the studio with me, and on the line is Jeremy Kuhn. And thanks to both of you for bringing this story to life. And I know it's been a project that's been at least 3 years long, maybe longer.
Yeah, I think Jeremy can speak to before 3 years. I know there was like a development board where they plopped ideas on, this is how all films start, an idea. And then someone said, Uke, that's a good idea.
It's a great idea.
I'd say it started April 2023, I think, or 2, somewhere. It's a long time ago, but it's been fun.
Well, and like any long-time project where you're working with a lot of people and you get to work with Bob Uecker, wow, to see it finally be the vision that you had in the first place, and then go along with that journey and have all the little pieces come together. Because yesterday got to interview Alex Drossert, who is the composer of the score, and just hearing how his elements bring the emotion out and tie the film together. So it's such a great team, not just on the baseball field, but to make a film. And Jeremy, I think it's time for you to brag, because when I had you on last week, I struggle with sometimes like getting distracted or, saying, hey, brag about yourself. But it is also important for people to realize, the caliber of filmmakers that are working on the Bob Uecker documentary. And one of my teammates said, hey, did you know that Jeremy Kuhn worked on Napoleon Dynamite? I said, I did, but I didn't know if that, I know we want to talk about Bob Uecker. So Jeremy, tell us about some of the highlights of your film career so far.
Yeah, so I produced and edited Napoleon Dynamite. That was my first project out of film school, and I assumed that's what every project was going to be like.
What a way to start. I mean, for an independent comedy film, 2004 that came out, and that's a favorite for a lot of people and was a very distinct film.
Yeah, I mean, I was like 24 at the time. So at the time, I appreciated it, but I didn't appreciate it enough, I feel. But yeah, I mean, that launched all of our careers and made everything a lot easier after that. And the fact that people still care about that film, it's been 23 years or 22 years, and it's people still bring it up all the time.
And I feel like I did see you before I knew I was seeing you. You created a documentary called A Disturbance in the Force that I saw at the Oriental Theater. Tell us about A Disturbance in the Force, because that's a unique documentary for sure.
Yeah, so it came up as a side project during COVID, but it's a documentary on the Star Wars holiday special and why it happened. And I just kind of did it on the side during COVID. I edited my laptop, the couch I'm sitting on, I edited most of the movie myself and directed it, and it's just a fun world to live. I didn't realize how bad variety TV is, and it was kind of a fun way to explore that. So like Donnie Marie and like all these things. And that's probably the most frivolous thing I've ever made, and it's maybe the best reviewed thing I've ever made.
Well, sure, when you tap into Star Wars culture, but it's another massive. That's a massive franchise that has fans around the world. And now for you to turn your attention to someone like Bob Uecker, who is truly an icon, not just in baseball, but also in the entertainment world, whether it's Johnny Carson or Mr. Belvedere or wrestling, and Miller Lite commercials, he just really was a big part of American life for so long.
Yeah, and the fun thing about Bob is that everyone loves him, and if you ask someone, like, people don't say no most of the time. Like, that's the cool thing about this project is everyone's been very supportive, and like we haven't, like, people are like, what can I do to help? And I think that's strictly because of Bob.
What's one of your favorite interviews in the film?
Ooh, I don't know. There's a lot. I'm drawing a blank. I mean, to me, it's like Bob himself, but like I think it's really, I really like the Hank Aaron stuff, like the archival footage we have, and they're talking about putting the jockstrap around his neck and that kind of thing. So
I have played that.
We didn't shoot that, but
but we were talking about editing. We talked with the editor Matt Prekop a couple of days ago, and he was talking about editing those vintage interviews and interspersing it with Bob Uecker of today. And with Henry Aaron's jovialness, joking about like, hey, put a jockstrap around your head. I didn't listen to him. But the ability to weave those together so that they really did fit and that Henry Aaron felt contemporary.
Yeah, it was an editing feat. If you can imagine how much footage is out there about Bob Uecker between his playing days.
Mountains.
Yes, mountains. And Matt had to go weed through all of that and then tell the story connecting all of that together. I mean, it's amazing how he did that.
For a movie that's, 94 minutes long, and it's just absolutely a wonderful story to tell. It's a wonderful look at Bob Uecker's life, and it is emotional. Of course, there are laughs, but it is also poignant, and it's a look at somebody who kept his life very private.
Yeah, yeah.
So, Jeremy, thank you for what you've contributed to the film world so far. And next, I'm not even going to ask you what you're working on next. We want to fully enjoy. It's like asking somebody on their honeymoon, like, okay, when are you going to have kids? It's like, no, can I just enjoy the honeymoon first? So enjoy the Uke honeymoon and the continuance of it spreading around Wisconsin and hopefully beyond. And Suzanne Jerva, tell us a bit about some of your favorite film accomplishments.
Well, thank you for asking. I'm trying to speak more about what I've done, because it's nothing to be embarrassed of.
Oh, no, not it. But I think it's important for WTMJ fans, just like we're hearing Jeremy's accomplishments and dedication and documentary craft work and the level of film that he's worked on. It's important for people to know that the Uke documentary, while it's a labor of love, it is a professional production. This isn't just, hey, we thought we'd slap something together and it's a bunch of, bored rich people. This is truly professional filmmaking.
This is what we do.
Dedication.
Yeah. So I'm most noted for being the first hire at DreamWorks. And so I was the first hire at DreamWorks because I was at Amblin, which was Steven Spielberg's production company, that overnight turned into a studio, unbeknownst to me and everybody else. Prior, like 2 weeks before that, I was tasked by Steven and my who I directly reported to, Laurie McDonald, the producer. And she said, do you know anything about Moses? And I was like, you mean Moses in the Bible? She goes, yeah, that Moses. I was like, yeah.
Random question.
Yeah. And so I wrote up the outline, and it became The Prince of Egypt. And I actually called my outline for this story research outline The Prince of Egypt. So that's how I got hired in and was the first person hired for DreamWorks. I didn't stay with the film and animation because that is not my thing. The pace would kill me.
A little too slow?
A little too slow. So then I worked on everything from Saving Private Ryan, Gladiator, to Lincoln. It's hard. I should have reviewed my
your
credits.
resume? Your IMDb?
Yes. I don't even. Yeah. So I was an executive. So we didn't get the credits at that point. So we aren't on IMDb. Think they have changed that since. But when we were there, I only got one credit, and that was for Amistad, because it was kind of, I'm not sure why that happened. But no, I worked on all these films, but we were considered executives, so we weren't on the films.
That's because I'm a credits watcher, so believe me, I sit through rolls and rolls and rolls of names. So everybody's name deserves it. It takes that many people in that many departments to make a film come together. And so you mentioned Saving Private Ryan.
Yes.
What was your role in that film?
I always say I got a PhD in World War II. Because my role was to do all the research. Stephen created the research department for storytelling, and I was the head of that. And so I had to answer every single question. And trust me, there's a lot of questions when you want something to be as realistic as possible. And I would find the consultants, and I got to go into the basement of the Pentagon to the deep files of the World War II stuff. So I did all the research for that film. And then my big treat for that, which still kind of floors me that I got to do this, Stephen and his team asked if I would go to Washington, D.C. to meet with the Joint Chief of Staff and the Congress and to represent the film for a premiere there. And so it was me by myself.
Representing, literally. Yes. Wow. And so thank you for sharing that, Suzanne. To go to that level of research for not a documentary, so to get into that depth. So and then Jeremy, I'm sure that your research has taken you into that depth. So to both of you, Suzanne Gerva and Jeremy Kuhn, thanks for sharing some of your creative journey so far. And I'm so glad that your creative journey has given us Uke the movie. And I encourage everyone to see it. What's the best way to find out where the screenings are?
ukemovie.com.
Yes.
It's always going to be up to date. That's the best source.
Yes. And remember, it's Uke versus Spider-Man this coming week. So come on, Wisconsin, show up for Uke.
Yeah, if you have grandkids, let them take them to Spider-Man. You can go see Uke, and everyone's happy.
Yeah.
Good plan. Thank you so much, and continued success with ukethemovie.com. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Sandy.
Stay with us on What's on Tap. You're welcome.
So I was talking with another real estate agent who has been in the business even longer than I have, with a couple of other big name companies. He was talking about how it's tough to compete with us because we have good agents and we charge less commission. And he even said that he lost a few listings to us, and it always bothered him because he realized that he was doing everything that we were doing, but he was charging more. We do charge less, and we do everything that a full-service agency does, because we are full-service real estate agents. The only difference is we give you our very best commission rate up front. You do pay for what you get. And with Century 21 Benefit Realty for 1.9% on the listing side of your home, with a cap of $19,000 commission on any size home, you can get full-service experienced agents, MLS marketing, professional photos, even virtual walkthroughs, and everything you get from any other big-name agent, all under the umbrella of the Century 21 brand. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Hey, Sandy Maxx from WTMJ. When it comes to senior living, trust means everything. Three Pillars Senior Living Communities has earned a national honor. They have been named one of the best in the country by U.S. News and World Report. They're the only community in Wisconsin to earn best in every single category. You can trust Three Pillar is the best continuing care retirement community, the best independent living, best assisted living, and best memory care. It's easy to see why. Beautiful residences, incredible amenities, a scenic lake country campus, and most importantly, a team that truly cares about each resident. Who do you know that's ready for a lifestyle with more ease, comfort, and connection? Three Pillars is exactly the kind of community to experience for yourself. Discover what makes them so special, learn more, or schedule a tour at their website, threepillars.org.
Well, it's official. My friends have all switched to Pure Talk because I told them they could save a bunch of money on a super reliable high-speed network with unlimited data. And because they're my friends, they trust me. As for the rest of you, well, Pure Talk understands that even though you might like me, you're not just going to take my word for it, nor should you. For that reason, and for a very limited time, Pure Talk is offering any of their plans for just $15 a month for the first 3 months, including their top-tier unlimited plan that normally sells for $65 a month. Think of it like a test drive, a super simple way to save $150 while you kick the tires on Pure Talk's blazing fast network, and a fine way to see for yourself why I switched from big wireless, along with a few 100,000 of my closest friends. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and be connected to Pure Talk's friendly U.S. customer service team. Again, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and let the savings begin.
Are you worried about running out of money in retirement? Wondering about how to pay less taxes? Join me, Tony Drake, for the Retirement Ready Show, live every Saturday at noon and Sunday at 7 a.m. on WTMJ 620 or 103.3 FM. We'll talk about smart strategies to help you retire with confidence. Don't miss it.
Drake & Associates LLC is an independent investment advisory firm that offers a variety of different investment vehicles. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only and should not be construed as individual investment advice. Drake & Associates LLC does not provide legal or tax advice. Past performance is not indicative of future performance.
What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx is back on WTMJ.
Welcome back to What's on Tap. I'm Sandy Maxx, and ukemovie.com is where to go to get your Bob Uecker fix on the big screen this weekend. And this is music that you are hearing written by Gary Sinise's son, Mac. And yesterday I got to share the good news that Gary Sinise is coming back to Milwaukee next month, August 28th and 29th. He is going to be part of a very special world premiere. He has created a concert of his son's music called Graceful Warrior, and it will be, almost 20 songs that his son Mac composed, performed by local performers, a local orchestra, 35 people on that stage, and singers. And Gary Sinise will be on stage himself telling you the stories behind the songs and showing some video. And this is a very personal project to him because of the journey he has had with his son. So if you text the word Gary to the Siding Unlimited WTMJ Talk and Text line, text GARY, text Gary to 855-616-1620, and you'll get a link to our full YouTube conversation. It was a joy to get to talk with Gary Sinise for 35 minutes. Pinch me. But this is the story of his son and the inspiration for creating these Graceful Warrior concerts at Skylight Music Theater. I asked him, tell us about your son.
Our son was a tremendous musician and composer. I put him on the drum set when he was about 9 years old, and he could play right away. And he started playing all the way through elementary school and into junior high school and then high school. And then he went to USC Music School, went in as a drummer, and 4 years later he came out as a full-on composer and songwriter. Wanted to write for movies. He started touring around as a drummer to support himself after college. He came to work for the Gary Sinise Foundation in February of 2017. He was just getting a wee bit tired of being on the road. He was overseas with bands. He was around the country with different bands. And he told me, he told me it was getting kind of uncomfortable for him to play drums. It hurt to sit down and play drums for that long. And we were, we wondered what was going on. And so I said, well, get off the road, come to work for the Gary Sinise Foundation for a little bit, see how you like it. And he fell in love with it. And he just absolutely loved it. Loved the mission, loved hanging out with our veterans. He went on several trips with groups of 95-year-old World War II veterans down to the National World War II Museum. And then the year after, he was having so much pain just sitting down. He was carrying around a big cushion to just sit down on it. And we had been told that he maybe had injured himself, injured his tailbone or something.
I could imagine being a drummer, because I feel like a drummer is conditioned. It's such a physical performance.
Yeah, he had, on one of his road trips overseas, they went on a bike ride and he slammed on the brakes and it was excruciating pain. He jammed his tailbone into the seat. And it turns out that, my wife had several spine surgeries, and I just asked her spine surgeon to take a look at Mac to see, what's going on. And he put him in the scanner and he found orange size tumor wrapped around his sacrum on his tailbone. And it turned out to be this very rare cancer called chordoma. And Max started fighting that cancer in August of 2017. In September that year, he had that tumor removed. And May the following year, 2019, we found out the cancer came back, and he started into a very, very serious fight. And he just kept fighting and fighting. And he wasn't doing music because of the radiation and the chemo and the surgeries, and it disabled him very badly, to the point where he was, in a hospital bed in a wheelchair. He couldn't walk anymore. And the way he was dealing with it was so amazing. And he hadn't been thinking about music at all. And then in 2023, he said, "Dad, I've been thinking about this piece of music that I wrote in college, and I think I want to try to finish it." And that was just music to my ears, because he hadn't been thinking about that at all. And he went back to work on it, ended up teaming up with a buddy of his from college, Oliver Schnee, and by July 17th, 2023, they were in the studio recording this beautiful piece called Arctic Circles, and that can be seen at Max Sinise YouTube. You can go on his YouTube channel and you can see the recording session. That started him on a quest to record an entire album that year.
Gary, that had to have absolutely thrilled you to be a parent and to feel so powerless and frustrated by this health journey. And you just shared how excited you were when at 9 years old he was playing the drums and moved on, and then how excited you were to see how much he just jumped in with both feet with what you could call the family business with the Gary Sinise Foundation, and just branching out and embracing that. So to see that, a glimmer of that creativity and light and passion to come back, just had to have absolutely thrilled you.
It was incredible. If you go to Max Sinise YouTube and you look at, there are several videos on there, but look at the video called Arctic Circles, and you can see the look on my face hearing this music for the first time. He hadn't played any of it. He'd been working on it, getting it ready to go into the studio. And you can see, I just had tears rolling down my face. My daughter is there. We both were crying. My mom was there. Unfortunately, my wife couldn't be there that day, but it's incredible to see. And the feeling I get when I watch that video, I just transport back to the day that we recorded that and what that moment did for him, leading to the creation of an entire album of music that he called Resurrection and Revival. And by the end of 2023, he had finished the music. He designed the album cover. He wanted to make vinyl records, and he finished everything. It went to print 2 weeks before he died. He died January 5th, 2024. The chordoma was it's a very serious and rare cancer. There's no cure for it. And he fought so gracefully, just with amazing courage, that, over the past couple of years, I've been writing a book about him. And that book is called Graceful Warrior. And the book comes out in November. And since he did that first album, I discovered 2 more albums worth of music in his files. And so I've spent the last 2 years producing these records with his buddies and making this music come to life off of his laptop and into the recording studio and everything. And we have Resurrection and Revival, and then we have Resurrection and Revival Part 2 and Part 3. Last May of 2025, for 1 week, both those records, Part 1 and Part 2, were among the top 10 most downloaded records on iTunes in America for that particular week. That's a constantly changing list because people are downloading all the time. But for that week, Parts 1 and 2 were number 6 and number 9 on the top 10 most downloaded on iTunes in America. It was incredible, and Mac would have never imagined that would ever happen. But these music that he stuck away in in his files would ever come to light.
That is the voice of proud dad, an actor and author, Gary Sinise, who's also a bass player. But so he is going to be back in Milwaukee performing. Well, he's going to be narrating and presenting these songs performed live, composed by Max Sinise, but performed by a 35-piece orchestra. A lot of our local musicians here. This is the city that Gary Sinise is going to world premiere Graceful Warrior. The concert's on August 28th and 29th at Skylight Music Theater. That is just a few minutes from my conversation with Gary Sinise. If you would like to hear more, all you have to do is text the word Gary, Gary. Text Gary to the Siding Unlimited WTMJ Talk and Text line 855-616-1620. Text Gary to 855-616-1620, and we will send you the link to that full YouTube video conversation. I am Sandy Maxx. Your chance to win All-American Rejects tickets to the Wisconsin State Fair. Next on What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class. Discover more at visitmilwaukee.org.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
When your car or truck needs service, you should take it to a specialist. I'm Deb Cruz, president of the Auto Dealers Association of Mega Milwaukee. Adam member new car dealers have factory warranted parts, the latest diagnostic equipment, and certified manufacturer technicians. Plus, their prices are low or lower than independent shops, even on routine things like oil changes and tire service. Knowing all that, why would you ever consider going anywhere other than an Adam member dealer?
A well-maintained car delivers better gas mileage and saves you money.
Are you looking to upgrade your home with a new bath, windows, roofing, or siding? At Abbey Home, we're proud to stand for the flag and celebrate America's 250th birthday. For 250 years, Americans have believed in hard work, quality craftsmanship, and taking pride in homeownership. And so do we. That's why we're offering 25% off all projects. That's 25% off all projects. Let our family help improve your home with products built to last and service you can trust. Call Abbey Home today. If somebody asks you if you know a guy in the business, you can say no, but I know a girl.
This message reaches 1 million people or more every week. Spreading the gospel is more than one voice speaking to 1 million. It is and must continue to be 1 million voices, each speaking to one, pointing them to our friend Jesus.
The Lutheran Hour with Dr. Michael Ziegler.
The Lutheran Hour, Sunday mornings at 6:30 on WTMJ.
Buying a new roof might not be the most exciting thing you'll do this year, but for us at Big Fish Contracting, being chosen to do that roof for you not only provides income for multiple families in southeastern Wisconsin, but has a global reach and impact around the world. To us, it's more than just a roof. We've been earning trust for over 2 decades, roofing, siding, windows, and more. Go to bigfishcontracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting WTMJ.com/contests.
That's WTMJ.com/contests.
Welcome back to What's on Tap on WTMJ.
The Wisconsin State Fair next Thursday. Wow. And you could be seeing this band, the All-American Rejects, on the big Wisconsin State Fair Bank 5-9 main stage. Thursday, August 13th is the date of the All-American Rejects show. Opening band from California called Joyce Manor. All-American Rejects bringing plenty of that early 2000s nostalgia to the Wisconsin State Fair this summer. That song, Dirty Little Secret, think about that. Move Along, so many songs. This one, Gives You Hell. Swing, Swing, It Ends Tonight, so much. Their music has become such a staple on throwback playlists and their live shows. Think about how many songs you can sing along with, especially if you grew up in the 2000s. This is one of those shows where you're going to know every word. And if this is a show where you just want to relive some of your high school memories, or you want to turn the next generation on to All American Rejects. Perfect place to do it, the Wisconsin State Fair. And remember, when you get your main stage tickets, you also get admission to the Wisconsin State Fair. So you can spend that day strolling around doing your favorite fair traditions and then cap it off with the concert, the All-American Rejects, Thursday, August 13th at the Wisconsin State Fair. If you would like to win a free pair of tickets to see this show, caller 13 on the Siding Unlimited WTMJ Talk and Text line. Caller 13 at 855-616-1620. You will be the winner. Caller 13, 855-616-1620. Good luck. And the song you need to hear will be an All-American Rejects hit next.
Have you ever wondered if you're giving the right way? Maybe you want to support a charity that's important to you, but you're not sure how it fits into your estate plan or what it means for your family's future. Join Annex Wealth Management for a free webinar, More Giving, Less Guessing. Hear from me, yours truly, Steve Scavidi, and CEO Dave Spano, estate planning attorney Alec Durand, as we share practical strategies to help you give with confidence and create the legacy you envision. Reserve your free spot today at annexwealth.com/events. That's annexwealth.com/events.
I'm Matt Dorner, CEO of Milwaukee Downtown Bid 21. Our business leaders value downtown Milwaukee.
We're proud to call downtown Milwaukee our home for over a century. I'm Mary Ellen Stanek, president of Baird Funds. As one of downtown's largest employers, Baird has a deep dedication to the community here. You could say we're invested in downtown's success.
Get down to business at MilwaukeeDowntown.com.
Experience, knowledge, and results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
It's WTMJ's Debbie Loziga for Comfort Awnings. My motorized retractable awning is already saving me from that hot summer sun. I love that I can enjoy my patio year-round thanks to Comfort Awnings. I just retract it when I want the sun and extend it when I need the shade. Comfort Awnings even come equipped with sensors that detect rain and strong winds. This year, reclaim your outdoor space for your friends and family to enjoy every season Wisconsin has to offer. Right now, get $250 off any awning or screen. Call 414-AWNINGS or visit comfortawnings.com to learn more.
Visit the city where festivals take over the lakefront, breweries pour late into the night, and every neighborhood brings its own flavor. Milwaukee doesn't just host festivals,
it owns them.
With more than 100 every year, including the world's largest music festival. The lakefront views,
incredible food and breweries,
live sports,
and nightlife that doesn't quit.
Make Milwaukee a city built for unforgettable weekends. Expert guides at visitmilwaukee.org will help you plan every detail of your next visit. Get started today
at visitmilwaukee.org.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ. And now, feast your ears. This is the song you need to hear.
Most blokes are going to be playing at 10. These go to 11.
Congratulations, Lisa in Wind Lake won the free pair of tickets to see the All-American Rejects on the Wisconsin State Fair Big 5-9 main stage on August 13th. It's been fun giving away tickets all week, but it ends tonight. That's the official designation of the giveaways, and it's the official name of the song you need to hear, All-American Rejects. It ends tonight, a song you can see them perform live August 13th at the Wisconsin State Fair.
Your subtleties, they strangle me. I can't explain myself at all. And all the wants and all the needs, all I don't want to need at all. The walls start breathing, my mind's unweaving. Maybe it's best you leave me alone. A weight is lifted on this evening. I give the final blow when darkness
Many people feeling close to retirement ask themselves, do I have enough?
Am I missing something?
At Diversified Wealth Strategies, we provide clarity during our complimentary, no-pressure consultation. We're independent advisors using big firm tools with a boutique-style approach.
And no crickets. We stay in touch so you're never left wondering.
At Diversified Wealth Strategies, let us show you how to capture the upside, limit the downside, and feel good inside.
Visit dwstrategies.com.
Securities and investment services offered through Mosaic Wealth Inc. Member FINRA SIPC. Mosaic Wealth is separately owned, and other entities and/or marketing names, products, or services referenced here are independent of Mosaic Wealth.
News. I'm Dave Packer. President Trump announced last night his new Board of Peace had struck a deal with negotiators in Gaza and Israel. But as ABC's Stephen Portnoy points out, there appears to be some confusion.
Aides say the plan is for Israel to withdraw from Gaza and for Hamas to disarm and turn power in Gaza over to what's described as a new technocratic, apolitical government. And there's a fair amount of skepticism about all of this, whether all parties are actually on board, whether they'll fulfill the terms of the agreement, and whether a new transitional government in Gaza can actually become a reality.
President Trump chiming in on that massive cyber attack targeting dozens of water facilities in Minnesota, going against his own intelligence officials who suggest Iran could be responsible, and instead,
I would blame it on Minnesota and the governor, the corrupt governor of Minnesota. They like to say, oh, it's Iran. Iran should be so lucky. Iran's got bigger problems than worrying about Minnesota.
Minnesota's governor, of course, Tim Walsh. The Department of Justice is asking to dismiss the criminal case against Olympian David Hearn over damage to the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool, admitting that the damage was actually caused by the government's contractor leading the project.
In a dramatic reversal, prosecutors with the U.S. Attorney's Office in Washington, D.C. admitted in a court filing that the damage to the reflecting pool was not caused by vandals, as repeatedly alleged by President Trump. Prosecutors said the contractors paid $14 million in taxpayer money to renovate the pool, botched the project to complete it in time for July 4th. Prosecutors said they received the information about the flaws in the installation process only after Hearn was indicted. Peter Harlambus, ABC News.
Another AI company has revealed one of its models went rogue. Anthropic says one of its AI models broke into the computer system of 3 outside organizations. This follows last week's report that OpenAI's model hacked into an online library. Anthropic says it notified the organizations involved. You're listening to ABC News.
If you haven't switched to Pure Talk because you're not sure their coverage is every bit as reliable as Big Wireless, why not take them for a test drive? For a limited time, Pure Talk is offering any of their plans for just $15 a month for the first 3 months, including their top-tier unlimited data plan. No contracts, no commitments. Just a great deal on a high-speed network with unlimited data from an American wireless company. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and let the savings begin.
These days, heading back to school means more than pencils and notebooks. It means laptops, tablets, online accounts, and a lot of personal information moving across the internet. WebRoot Total Protection gives families powerful online defense tools with antivirus, VPN, cloud backup, identity protection, and more, helping keep your digital life secure throughout the school year and beyond. Go to webroot.com/radio and get 60% off today. That's webroot.com/radio for 60% off. Live a better digital life with WebRoot, because peace of mind shouldn't be optional.
American rock legend Patti Smith seemed at a loss for words when she met Pope Leo at the Vatican today.
Former Sangamon County Sheriff's Deputy.
Hi. You're saying that, I have to say. I saw in the middle of it, you said, hi. I said, that was marvelous.
Smith has previously met Pope Francis back in 2013, and earlier this year performed texts and hymns written by the St. Hildegard von Bingen during the inauguration of the Holy Seas Pavilion at the Venice Biennale Contemporary Art Fair. In Illinois, a judge issues a decision on early release for a former deputy serving his sentence for the murder of Sonia Massey. ABC's Armando Garcia has more from Springfield.
Former Sangamon County Sheriff's Deputy Sean Grayson was denied an early release after he put in a request due to symptoms of advanced colon cancer. Grayson was convicted last year of second-degree murder for the July 2024 shooting of Sonia Massey.
Sangamon County State's Attorney's Office also opposing his release, saying Grayson was diagnosed with cancer before the shooting happened, and also saying that his temper could have posed a risk to the public if he was released.
More than 12 million bottles of eye drops are under voluntary recall. That recall impacts 8 varieties of Roto cooling eye drops sold over the counter. The FDA says the recall is due to concerns over whether the bottles are sterile. There are no reports of contamination or infections. Dave Packer, ABC News.
Have you been living with pain and just assuming it's something you have to just live with and accept? Do not. I'm Julia Fellow with WTMJ. If chronic pain is keeping you from enjoying life, I want you to head to Jens Family Chiropractic in Germantown. Jens Family Chiropractic is now offering soft wave tissue regeneration therapy. It's an advanced, non-invasive treatment. It helps your body repair itself naturally. I'm getting that done on my lower back. Soft wave stimulates healing, improves blood flow, and activates your own body's repair cells to target pain at its source. If you're dealing with knee pain, shoulder pain, back pain, do not wait another day. For a limited time, your first softwave treatment is just $57. This is an incredible opportunity to find out if this breakthrough therapy can help you get back to the things you love, like it did for me. Head to jensfamilychiropractic.com. That's YENTZ familychiropractic.com. Regenerate, recover, live pain-free at jensfamilychiropractic.com.
If you need a place for new home interior ideas, then you have to come talk to us. Our on-staff decorators know furniture, home decor, and a lot more. And they're not only creative, but also very willing to help you make great choices. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating taste come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee. Stop in often, because our inventory changes daily.
Design Exchange.
Previously, it has been gently loved. But here, you'll only find very well-conditioned premium home decor items that you likely won't find elsewhere. Distinctive furniture, unique antiques, and original art, and other tasteful home decor at a value. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating taste come to find premium home decor on consignment at 25 to 40% off retail prices in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Accident Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
This is Brian Wicker, Chief Homebuyer Helper with Wisconsin's own Accident Mortgage. Nicer homes are still getting multiple offers over asking, and there's only one winner per listing. I want to help you be that winner, which is why I just increased the rock-solid pre-approval guarantee to $10,000. It's all about getting the seller to pick your offer over the others. So AccuNet is now guaranteeing in writing to pay the seller 10,000 American bucks if we can't make good on the terms of your fully verified rock-solid pre-approval. Banks don't do that. We're willing to stand behind our work and stand behind you with a $10,000 guarantee that sellers will definitely notice. Maybe you've been writing offers and losing, which feels terrible, or maybe you're just starting out. Either way, don't settle for a flimsy bank pre-approval and let someone else end up sleeping in your dream home. Give the seller 10,000 reasons to say yes to your offer with AccuNet's new $10,000 rock-solid seller guarantee. Get started with yours today at accunet.com.
Next stop, the City of Angels, where the crew is looking to raise a little hell.
And they're always capable of rolling up a double play. The pitch, ground ball, second base. Terang, Fields, flips to Pratt for one. On to first in time. Ask and ye shall receive.
The Brewers head to L.A. to take on the Angels. Our Brewers Radio Network game day coverage starts tonight at 8. Don't miss a pitch on the home of the Brewers, WTMJ. Your need-to-know cultural snapshot of Wisconsin and beyond. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. A deep dive into all things intriguing, riveting, and entertaining. Now, here's your host, Sandy Maxx.
Welcome to the second hour of What's on Tap on this fun Friday night. Thanks for hanging out with me. And coming up, a couple of anniversaries to celebrate in August. Award-winning restaurant Amalinda has an anniversary, and the Milwaukee Makers Market has an anniversary. So we'll be celebrating both of those. And first, though, I want to take a closer look at the magnificent Budweiser Clydesdales. They've been visiting downtown Milwaukee and Ozaukee County this past week. I know this is definitely Miller territory, but man, these are impressive animals, and they've become such a symbol for Budweiser beer. They are world famous, and you can see them. They are stabled and on display at the Ozaukee County Fair through Sunday. If you still want to maybe just meet one of the Clydesdales, tomorrow in the Cedarburg area at the Piggly Wiggly from 4 to 5, and then Otto's Wine and Spirits. They want you to probably take home some beer so they have less to pull in the wagon. But so if you are interested in finding out more, Well, so was Debbie Lazaga. She was very excited when she found out that the Budweiser Clydesdales were in town, and she did a report. They've been a staple of American culture since the repeal of the Prohibition in 1933. But behind the iconic red wagon and brass harnesses, a massive round-the-clock operation is what happens. Debbie Lazaga went behind the scenes with the Budweiser Clydesdales to find out what it really takes to keep 10 2,000-pound legends on the road.
Rolls into town, usually there's a stretch limo, a security detail, maybe a quiet back entrance to dodge the crowds. But when your celebrity stands 6 feet tall at the shoulder, weighs over a ton, and travels with 9 of his closest friends, well, logistics get a little tricky.
I think a lot of times people don't realize that we load them up on semis. So, although the horses are big, the trucks are even bigger. So finding space to park the trucks, that's something that we run into.
That's Megan Arnold. She actually drives the rigs and handles the famous Budweiser Clydesdales. Her team spends 300 days a year on the road, hauling 10 Clydesdales across the country in massive semi-trailers.
One of them holds 4 horses in our portable stalls that we've set up here at the fair. The next truck holds 6 horses, and then the third truck carries the harness and the wagon.
Mind you, before those truck doors ever open in a new city, someone has to scout the route first. Because navigating tight city streets when you're hauling an original 1903 Studebaker wagon, well, there's zero room for error.
When we do come to town, one person always goes and does what we call a show preview, just to make sure that we can fit in the places that they want us to go with the trucks and with the wagon.
Once the trucks are parked and the ramps come down, the real work starts. Getting 8 giant Clydesdales parade ready takes time and a lot of elbow grease.
When we get to the show, we'll unload them one by one, bring them up to what we call a prep station. So that's where we brush them off, comb out their feathers, make sure their noses are cleaned. Then they'll move up to the truck where we'll start to harness them. So 2 people will throw harness on them.
It's a routine that stretches all the way back to 1933, right at the end of Prohibition. But Megan says all those highway miles and early mornings, well, they pay off the second the team steps out in front of a crowd.
I think anytime we hook them to the wagon, that's my favorite part, sharing the hitch with the public. There's a lot of history and heritage there, and I think it's really special to be a part of, and it's a cool job.
And despite their sheer size, Megan says these gentle giant celebrities seem to know when to dial it back, especially when someone needs a gentle touch.
If you have a person in a wheelchair that comes up and wants to pet a horse, typically they do lower their head and actually get closer to them, which I think is really special that they can recognize that situation.
Proving that moving 10 one-ton icons takes more than just big trucks and long routes. It takes a little heart, too. Debbie Lazaga, WTMJ News.
You can see the big Budweiser Clydesdales yourself. They are on display and in the stables at the Ozaukee County Fair through Sunday. And again, tomorrow in Cedarburg in the afternoon. If you're near the Piggly Wiggly at 4 o'clock, you can see one of the horses. And if you're near the Otto's Wine and Spirits at 5, you can see one of the big Budweiser Clydesdales. I'm Sandy Maxx, excited to celebrate the anniversary of the Milwaukee Makers Market with the man who made the Milwaukee Makers Market. Ryan Lessing is with me in the WTMJ studio. Hang out with us next on What's on Tap.
We did the math. When you buy bagged mulch from the big guys, you pay $50 a yard. Why pay more for inferior mulch? When you buy from Erickson's, you'll get premium mulch for almost half the cost. And you'll see that even our economy mulch is better, for less than half the cost of bag mulch. And either choice is made with premium colorant that lasts longer. Erickson's Landscape Supply, high-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection. Do you want the economy mulch or the premium? The only real difference is that the premium mulch has thicker strands, while the economy mulch is finer. But the colorant we use for both is of the highest quality, and that's why the color of our mulch lasts longer. And our mulch comes from trees, not pallets, and we process it all in-house. That's why our prices are so low. Erickson's Landscape Supply, high-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection.
Visit family-owned Ken Michaels Furniture and our in-store design centers where you'll still find beautiful, luxurious, heirloom-quality American-made furniture. Right now, save 30 to 35% store-wide and take advantage of our complimentary design services. Whether you're moving, renovating, or updating, our designers will help your vision become a reality. Visit Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield on Capitol Drive and in Greenfield on Highway 100 to save 30 to 35% store-wide today. Sleep better and save more with mattresses from Milwaukee Mattress and Ken Michaels Furniture. Handcrafted in our Milwaukee factory, our mattresses utilize natural materials like cotton cushioning, which dissipates body heat, Joma wool quilts for warm wintry nights and cool summer evenings, and natural latex providing superior conformability and pressure relief for aching joints. Stop in today at any Ken Michaels Furniture store and save up to 50% compared to national brands.
Save big money on your next project when you shop at Menards. Tackle your toughest jobs with GE Pro Seal Max. It's a durable sealant that's perfect for window, door, and siding projects. It's paintable, water ready immediately, and stands up to the harshest weather conditions. Shop our selection of GE sealants in-store and on Menards.com. Plus, check out the weekly flyer to view all of our other great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
When you're at the State Fair, be sure to check out the Big 5-9 main stage, featuring amazing acts like Nelly, For King and Country, Winona Judd, Melissa Etheridge, and more. Tickets are on sale now. Big 5-9 is a proud sponsor of the fair and a proud supporter of the local Wisconsin communities they have served since 1859. So grab your bucket of lemonade or beer, something on a stick, and join Big 5-9 at the Wisconsin State Fair between August 6th and August 16th. Member FDIC.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ.
Welcome back to What's on Tap on this Friday night. Had to invite a friend over. It's much more fun. I am so pleased to welcome to What's on Tap Milwaukee Makers Market owner, and when he's not at the Makers Market, he's making creative things happen on Milwaukee's East Side. Right, Director, thank you for joining me. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely my pleasure. When I found out that you had an anniversary to celebrate next month, you got to come share the good news and invite people to join you. So tell us what's happening at Milwaukee Makers Market in August.
Yeah, we're super excited. Sunday, August 9th is going to be Milwaukee Makers Market Day in the city of Milwaukee. So, we have the proclamation for that, which is just, exciting news.
Ooh, written in the script and everything.
Exactly. It's in the frame.
I was saying suitable for framing. That does make it feel real, what you do, doesn't it?
It definitely does. And then to now kind of look back at where we've started and where we are now to think, wow, this is our 10th season. And now we've created the Milwaukee Makers Marketplace where we have our own brick and mortar, and to then get a proclamation for our own Milwaukee Makers Market Day. It all comes to full circle. Just our dreams are happening. Our hard work is being, paying off. And we get to celebrate. And
that you're truly a part of our creative community. You're part of the fabric of Milwaukee.
No, we really appreciate that. And, I definitely put a lot of my blood, sweat, and tears into Milwaukee Makers Market, and to know that, the city of Milwaukee really gravitates towards it and supports it and wants to celebrate with us. And that, if it wasn't for these small businesses and makers and artists and for the supporters that come to celebrate with us, we wouldn't have made it to 10 years now. So, yeah, it's just exciting and mind-blowing at the same time to see that, yeah, we're being showcased on such a big scale with our own day and our anniversary, and now with the store getting such great, support and a fan base as well.
I'd say Milwaukee Makers Market, mostly known for pop-ups. So to have a marketplace now in Bayview, to have your party, that's a good progression. But for people who have heard of Milwaukee Makers Market but have never been, how do you describe it to people?
Yeah, I mean, now we've definitely tried to build it as much as we can in these 10 years, where when you come to a Milwaukee Makers Market, you're going to find locally made, handmade products from somebody right in your community or in your neighborhood, whether it's cookies, candles, clothing, soaps, artwork, woodworking, leatherwork, so much amazing stuff, where you would come to a place like Discovery World or Ivy House or even AmFam Field now that we've partnered with, and you're going to be able to explore over 50 different local businesses, all from the Milwaukee area, and it's free. We never charge for that. And so, to have now this pop-up for Milwaukee Makers Market Day, same thing. But now instead of having it at Discovery World or somewhere like that, we get to host it ourselves in our own backyard at the Milwaukee Makers Marketplace in Bayview. So, it's great that we can now not only team up with these amazing venues in Milwaukee to really support these small businesses, but that we're now able to go, we have our own brick and mortar store and we're going to host this cool anniversary party.
So now what was it that inspired you to do this? It made you think, you know what, there's a need for bringing creatives together and for bringing people to meet these creatives.
Yeah, I mean, being a maker and a creative myself, doing artwork and photography and mixed media work, I was always doing some of the large street festivals, such as like Brady Street Fest or Summer Solstice Music Festival, Bayview Bash, which were awesome to get my artwork out there. But then smaller shows that were kind of, little art pop-ups or like Sunday Fun Days on Brady Street or Art in the Park at Humboldt Park. I became comfortable in these types of environments, and to see that there was things like makers markets happening, knowing, okay, I know what I've learned being part of these markets. I know what I've heard from my neighbors at these markets on what they like, what they don't like, and what they need. And I finally was like, you know what? I think now's the push where we can do this, where I can be a part of this and grow with these small makers and these small businesses and just go, well, I know what it's like to be on the other side of the table, where it's not just, hey, sign up for this and be a part of it, and I don't even say hi to you. It's no, we're all a part of this maker economy and ecosystem in Milwaukee. And so being able to team up with, places like Discovery World and AmFam Field and Ivy House and have it grow, it's phenomenal to go, okay, I just started as an artist thinking this is what I need to do to get my work out there. But now the community of makers can all come together and help it grow. And Milwaukee Makers Market was just such a great place to be that home, to really share with the maker community and continue to grow it. And so, starting from just outdoor events in a parking lot to now being in a world famous museum or a stadium where the Milwaukee Brewers play, it's so exciting.
And Ryan, about how many artists are involved with Milwaukee Makers Market that you represent or appear at your different pop-ups and have presence in the market in Bayview?
Yeah, I mean, it's such an amazing question to think like, oh, wow, I'm going to sit and I'm count every single person that's part of the store. So in the store alone, we have over 60 different small businesses and makers and artists. At some of the pop-ups at like Discovery World, you're looking at 50 plus, different small booths or small business booths and things like that. Same with AmFam Field. But throughout the whole year, we're helping over 200 to 300 small businesses as we rotate every month with new makers, whether you're a student, it's your first show, or you've been with us for the last 10 years and you're a veteran of the Milwaukee Makers Market. It's great to see that we really try to represent Milwaukee to the fullest through LGBTQ artists, to veteran-owned businesses, to, Latino and Latina-owned businesses, to BIPOC-owned businesses. You name it, Milwaukee has such a phenomenal, presence of creatives that we want to showcase it all, and to be able to do that and to go, we're helping out over 200 businesses a year, sometimes, at least 50 plus every month. It just shows that we're here to stay, hopefully. That's what I'd like to think, that we have these small businesses that want to get out there and we have the community that wants to support it.
Getting to know the vibrant Milwaukee Makers Market community through the owner, Ryan Lasig, who's also the Eastside Bid number 20 Executive Director. So we will dig deeper into this vibrant community and more of your creative efforts. Stay with us on What's on Tap.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Keep the comfort in and the weather out with beautiful new windows and doors from Siding Unlimited. For ideas, go to our Siding Unlimited Instagram page. For a free estimate and honest price guarantee, go to sidingunlimited.com.
You might not think of Burkhart for corporate uniforms and other business apparel, but you should, because a lot of businesses do. And it's because most times we're cheaper than our competition on the same high-quality apparel choices that the other guys offer, plus Nike and Under Armour that the other guys can't get. So for businesses and corporations, if you want your employees to look great while representing your brand, and you want to get your apparel for less, you can't beat Burkhart, your business uniform specialists.
You can't beat Burkhart.
Hey, it's Kristen Bry from Point Taken on 620 WTMJ. You know, in radio, people hear your voice first. But when I'm out in the community, meeting listeners or hosting events, I'm told that my smile is my signature. That's why I trust Dr. James Michaels and the team at Economawalk Dental Care with my smile. And yes, I drive all the way from Milwaukee to Economawalk to see Dr. Michaels and his incredible staff. Because when you find a dental team that makes you feel comfortable, listened to, and cared for, that drive is worth it. Dr. Michaels has been practicing in Economawalk for more than 25 years. And his approach is simple. Treat people the way they want to be treated. Whether you're due for a cleaning, thinking about cosmetic options, or just need a dental home where you feel at ease, call Economawalk Dental Care at 262-567-7224. That's 262-567-7224, or visit drmichaelsdentalcare.com. Economawalk Dental Care with Dr. James Michaels, the team I trust with my smile.
This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx.
What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee, handcrafted, homegrown, world class. Discover more at visitmilwaukee.org and discover what a wealth of creativity that we have here in our city and in our area when you stop at a maker's market. Milwaukee Maker's Market, still doing the pop-ups, but now have an official space in Bayview at a complex called the Hyde House. And to tell us more about it and the anniversary celebration that's coming up next month is the owner of Milwaukee Maker's Market, and I would like to say founder, Ryan. Don't you think that's even... Owner sounds so dun, 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 but it is true. I mean, you are a business person, and Ryan Lasig also involved on the East Side as the East Side Bid Number 20 Executive Director. So I love that you're a creative, you're an artist yourself, and that you are also the kind of person who can activate and effectively build our arts economy for small businesses and also building one of our most signature creative neighborhoods in Milwaukee. So I say thank you for all that you do.
Yeah, thank you so much. And again, you know, this wouldn't be possible without all these amazing artists and makers and bakers and designers and illustrators that even trust the Milwaukee Makers Market and now want to be a part of the Milwaukee Makers Marketplace. You know, being inside the Hyde House right there in Bayview with so many other creative businesses. There's barbershops, tattoo shops, hair salons. Some of the artists that we even showcase in the store, in the marketplace, have their own art studio in the Hyde House. So knowing that we have such support from our building and our neighbors, but then now over the 60 plus artists that we have in the store, from, you know, dog collars to caps to keychains to, of course, candles.
It's a bright space. Like I'm not a big shopper. Like I have to shop. It's like, oh, that's because I have to get something. As soon as I walked in, it's a vibrant, inspiring space. It's bright white walls, but it is just filled with, like you said, everything: candles, prints. And I will say, I wanted to buy things for at least 4 people I knew. Like there was a print of Leon's custard sign, and there was an illustration of it was just, and there was a beautiful astronomical poster. It was, and then there's jewelry that I love from Cryptic Connection. It was just, I was inspired and energized just being in the store, seeing what people in our community are making. Thus, the Milwaukee Makers Market. But it really is a happy space, and you've got big positive energy.
Yeah, I mean, that's great to hear that, because that's exactly what we want. When you come into the Milwaukee Makers Marketplace, you're going to see some awesome koi fish from Jeremy Novi on the floor to kick off the artwork right away. And yeah, I mean, we had Leon's custard prints from Unthaco. I mean, Morgan is such a great artist to have in the shop. And yeah, when you really come in the store, you get that full force of of creativity, uniqueness, handcrafted quality, and that local pride. You know, Milwaukee is definitely at the center of it all. Even if it is a design that doesn't say represents Wisconsin or Milwaukee, it's just something cool. You gravitate towards it, whether it's some artery in clothing or some cool jewelry or even some like Star Wars or Pokemon artwork that we have in the shop from some of our artists. You know, there's something that we hope everybody can gravitate towards, whether it's a gift for themselves, a gift for someone else. And we get a lot of travelers as well from Chicago and Green Bay and stuff like that come and really enjoy the space and get that full love of what Milwaukee has to offer.
Well, and also being able to offer the opportunity for a smaller starting out artist to have a few pieces in your market, and then the thrill of, oh, you mean one sold? Oh, you mean you're sold out? That's a real confidence booster to someone who's either doing art as a hobby or really trying to be an artist as a living.
Oh, definitely. I've gotten big hugs. I've gotten, good crying on the shoulder because, these people are taking a big jump in their art career or in their making, and to go, wow, I'm in a store now and I'm selling stuff. I'm making money every month. People really like my stuff. It's a huge confidence booster to know, yes, what was once a hobby or a dream is now reality for you, and you have support from the Milwaukee Makers Marketplace and the people that come to experience it. So, yeah, it's definitely cool to see people just starting out really take that leap, or, again, that trust with people that have been in stores all throughout Milwaukee, like Big White Yeti Candle or Nourish Natural Products. It's great that we're able to say we also showcase them at the Milwaukee Makers Marketplace. So, yeah, it's really cool that, again, you come in and you see the Koi Fish by Jeremy Novi. I mean, you can't get a Milwaukee staple that you haven't seen around town, with that. So it's really cool.
I've walked by them on sidewalks all around, especially on the east side. Those Koi Fish are certainly a signature of that artist. So in August 16th at Discovery World is your next pop-up. But again, remind everybody of the 10th anniversary date with the mayor's proclamation and everything.
Yes. So that's coming up quick. It'll be Sunday, August 9th at the Hyde House inside the Milwaukee Makers Marketplace and outside as well. We'll have pop-ups inside and outside, 2625 South Greeley Street, right there in Bayview. So yeah, that's coming up Sunday, August 9th. And then, yes, we'll have our larger pop-up market at Discovery World August 16th. And that's where we'll be celebrating summer. And yeah, you can find about 50 different local artists and makers and bakers at Discovery World, and then a smaller pop-up for our Milwaukee Makers Market Day on August 9th, but we'll still have around 20 different small businesses joining us.
That's great. And when you say in Bayview, if you're wondering where Greeley Street is, I was amused last time I was at the Milwaukee Makers Marketplace. When you look out the window, you can see that Clement sign right off Chase. So that's the part of Bayview that you'll find the Milwaukee Makers Marketplace inside the Hyde House. Ryan Lasig is the owner of Milwaukee Makers Market. He's also the executive director on the east side of bid number 20. So when we come back, Ryan, I'd like to find out what you're doing to boost the creativity and the arts economy on the east side. Stay with us on What's on Tap.
How do we keep our prices so low? That's easy. We've removed the middlemen. Yep, most landscape suppliers have a couple of them in there, and that's okay. But each one of those men in the middle means a higher cost for your mulch, decorative stone, flagstone, and boulders. Feel free to check around. For the quality of our products, you won't find better prices. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection. You know, most mulch is reclaimed from landfills, but Erickson's mulch is ground from whole trees. Yep, we process the mulch ourselves to keep the prices nice and low, and use only premium colorant so the beautiful look of new mulch lasts. At Erickson's, we never skimp, and that's why first-time shoppers become repeat customers. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection.
Accident Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
This is Brian Wicker, Chief Homebuyer Helper with Wisconsin's own Accident Mortgage. Nicer homes are still getting multiple offers over asking, and there's only one winner per listing. I want to help you be that winner, which is why I just increased the rock-solid pre-approval guarantee to $10,000. It's all about getting the seller to pick your offer over the others. So AccuNet is now guaranteeing in writing to pay the seller 10,000 American bucks if we can't make good on the terms of your fully verified rock-solid pre-approval. Banks don't do that. We're willing to stand behind our work and stand behind you with a $10,000 guarantee that sellers will definitely notice. Maybe you've been writing offers and losing, which feels terrible, or maybe you're just starting out. Either way, don't settle for a flimsy bank pre-approval and let someone else end up sleeping in your dream home. Give the seller 10,000 reasons to say yes to your offer with AccuNet's new $10,000 rock-solid seller guarantee. Get started with yours today at accunet.com.
You've probably gotten really good at working around your nonstop joint pain. That's what multitasking women like you do, right? When your knees and hips scream, you shift your weight when you're standing too long, skip workouts on really bad days when your shoulder's stiff, there's no way you're kneeling down. You might not get back up. Hey, it's WTMJ Steve Scritti. Maybe your doctor has told you it's pain from arthritis. You're going to need surgery. Before you make that decision, get a second opinion from Dr. Ashley Caravelli and her team at QC Kinetics, because there's no undo button from surgery, especially a replacement. QC Kinetics' Dr. Caravelli works with busy women just like you to keep you going while the regenerative treatments go to work, relieving that knee pain. No scalping, long recovery, just your body's natural healing process that may help some patients totally avoid surgery. That's exactly why women like you have turned to QC Kinetics here in Greenfield and Mequon. They continue to get better when life goes on. The consultation and conversation to explore your options, that's free, courtesy of QC Kinetics. So call and schedule today, 414-667-5559. That's 414-667-5559. That's 414-667-5559. QC Kinetics.
What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx is back on WTMJ.
Welcome back to What's on Tap. I am Sandy Maxx, joined live in the WTMJ studio by Ryan Lasig. And if you're like, how do I know that name? Well, if you've ever been to one of the Milwaukee Makers Market's pop-ups over the past 10 years, you've probably seen him there, maybe even bought some of his artwork. Or if you pay attention to local news, Ryan Lasig is also the executive director of the East Side Bid number 20. And that is what I want to talk about now, Ryan. Tell me more about why you want to be executive director of the East Side when you're already behind this vibrant, active Milwaukee Makers Market.
Yeah, I mean, of course, Milwaukee Makers Market is my baby, but my passion is just Milwaukee as a bigger picture. So being part of the East Side Business Improvement District as executive director, it gave me now the opportunity to again, showcase areas of Milwaukee that definitely need to be showcased. We have Black Cat Alley on the east side. So being able to take over Black Cat Alley, which is Milwaukee's #1 outdoor street gallery with murals from local and national artists, it felt great to go, okay, cool. Now this is something that I can dive into.
It really has transformed that. I mean, any alley that is dingy and has, it is not necessarily appealing, but right there behind Ma Fisher's and the Oriental, to have this truly inspiring creative space. And now that it's the 21st century and everybody wants to take selfies and do cute poses, I have to imagine now that is a destination for graduation photos and engagement photos. And your normal alley isn't that,
Yeah.
but it is this another space to really showcase local artists.
Yeah, I mean, it's in my opinion, it's one of Milwaukee's hidden gems. There isn't any big signage that says Black Cat Alley this way. You just kind of gotta know it, or you put it into the GPS. But it is definitely one of the most visited areas of Milwaukee daily. Every time I walk through there, I see whether it's tourists coming through, people just we're in town for a Brewers game, but we're checking out the city beforehand, or they're hopping through the east side to go to the Oriental Theater or Landmark Lanes for some bowling or something like that, or just some great food or a beer. And then, they discover Black Cat Alley, where they're like, of course, the cameras are coming out, whether they're taking selfies. We've seen music videos done in there, professional photo shoots. It's great to see the life that has really started to develop in Black Cat Alley, from supporting the local muralists and having them, put up 7 new murals in the last year because of an anonymous donation we had of $10,000 during our Giving Tuesday campaign last year. And it was specifically for Black Cat Alley. It said in the note, this is for Black Cat Alley and to support local art in the city. And so that's exactly what we did.
When you get that email, your heart must have grown 3 sizes. Were you in disbelief at first?
Was, yeah. I was like, is this real? And then, followed through and got the check in the mail. And I was like, that's awesome. Let's, corral these artists that have already, applied and put their work out, that they already have something ready to go for the alley. And it was great to see the call for artists that we had from, local artists like Hannah Tews, Alon Poma, Adam Melster, and even Arcadia Melster, a husband and wife combo that we have in Black Hat Alley. And, just really seeing it grow has been phenomenal. Local artists like Dan Duffy are in there now. And we even have a Brewers themed mural in Black Hat Alley because the Brewers teamed up with us and have a William Contreras mural in Black Hat Alley now that was also done by Hannah Tews. So just to see it grow, to see more and more people visit every day, it puts a smile on my face for sure.
That is wonderful. And I love that you have this magic about you that you can get people together. You can effectively gather creative people and also business people to make these things happen and to truly elevate our city, beautify our city, but energize our city and have people come together. That's very exciting. But East Side is more than Black Cat Alley. What are some other developments that are on your radar for the rest of 2026?
No, that's such a great question. You're totally right. Yeah, the East Side is way more than Black Cat Alley. It's such a great stretch of North Avenue there with all the local restaurants and businesses. And, of course, it was sad of Beans and Barley closing, but we are looking to the future of what can we do to continue to make the East Side a amazing place to be at. And so one thing we've been working on is Ivanhoe Plaza. It was a temporary plaza for the last 2-3 years where we closed down Ivanhoe Place.
There by Hooligans.
Yeah, you got it, right outside of Hooligans there and by the new Poppy Bakery. Phenomenal places to be. And so it's just a great gathering space now where we've turned the street into this plaza. There's picnic tables, there's beautiful planters and flowers. But we also see it now as a gathering space for, different markets, for concerts with singer-songwriters. We've even done community days of rock paintings and also just during the day, you'll see people eating their Ian's Pizza or their Froyo or whatever that, they got their Ma Fishers to go and they're hanging out outside. So it's definitely become a gathering place. So, being part of the business improvement district of the East Side, it's great that not only am I supporting these local businesses, I'm supporting local artists, but I also now see the neighborhood utilizing these gathering spaces and these public spaces. So for 2026, we're currently doing a Ivanhoe Plaza project. We're fundraising to change the plaza from an interim gathering space to a permanent gathering space, a permanent plaza where you can have a permanent stage, permanent shaded structures, benches, ADA accessibility, and just, really showcase it. And that's where if you want to really be a big part of Ivanhoe Plaza, we even have opportunities for stage naming rights, for plaza naming rights. And so it's great to see that the community wants it. Our city officials have signed on board for it. And so it was great to have a meeting to the public where nobody said, I don't want this in my neighborhood. Everybody was like, this is a fantastic move forward for the East Side.
That's one of the boring meetings to stream. We're used to people getting up to the podium like, I want my 2 minutes.
Yeah.
That is remarkable when you have a community meeting that everybody is in favor. Like, this will improve our district. Thus, it's in the name. This is something that we want.
Yeah, and to hear that, people that have been in the neighborhood for 40, 50 plus years go, this is something that my grandkids can go to. This is now going to become a legacy staple of the neighborhood, just like you have with Oriental Theater and Hooligans and places like that have been in the neighborhood. Von Trier.
I was just going to say.
Places that have been in the neighborhood for 50 to 100 plus years and now going, okay, this is a vision of the future of the East Side that everybody can get behind because it is better for the businesses, it's better for the neighborhood, and it becomes a great gathering place for all.
Ryan Lasig, Executive Director of the East Side Business Improvement District number 20.
Yep.
I always get the numbers right. And also owner of Milwaukee Makers Market and now Marketplace that is in Bayview at the Hyde House. Thank you for joining me. You are such a positive force in our city. We're lucky to have you. And like I said, not just your energy and intention, but being able to actualize that and gather other people to see your vision and help it come to fruition. So thanks for everything and happy 10th anniversary to the Milwaukee Makers Market in advance. August 9th is the day to celebrate at Hyde House in Bayview with Milwaukee Makers Market. place. And I'm also going to say one more happy thing to you. Happy birthday on August 9th, the same day as the 10th anniversary of the Milwaukee Makers Market. Is that coincidence, or was that just, let's just make it big?
It just fell into place, and we're going to make it big.
We love the universe when it works out. Ryan Lasik, thank you very much for all that you do, and continued creativity to you.
Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
And next, find out which Milwaukee chef is part of a new documentary. Next on What's on Tap.
Are you worried about running out of money in retirement? Wondering about how to pay less taxes? Join me, Tony Drake, for the Retirement Ready Show, live every Saturday at noon and Sunday at 7 a.m. on WTMJ 620 or 103.3 FM. We'll talk about smart strategies to help you retire with confidence. Don't miss it.
Drake & Associates LLC is an independent investment advisory firm that offers a variety of different investment vehicles. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only and should not be construed as individual investment advice. Drake & Associates LLC does not provide legal or tax advice. Past performance is not indicative of future performance.
Are you looking to upgrade your home with a new bath, windows, roofing, or siding? At Abbey Home, we're proud to stand for the flag and celebrate America's 250th birthday. For 250 years, Americans have believed in hard work, quality craftsmanship, and taking pride in homeownership. And so do we. That's why we're offering 25% off all projects. That's 25% off all projects. Let our family help improve your home with products built to last and service you can trust. Call Abbey Home today. If somebody asks you if you know a guy in the business, you can say no, but I know a girl.
Business owners and right-hand men and women. When you make the catering call for your office gathering, make it Marty's Pizza. For pizza, pasta, subs, wings, appetizers, and more. Delivered in our heated oven delivery trucks. Our catering delivery range has expanded all the way east into Brookfield. Just log on to martyspizza.net for easy online ordering. Or give us a call at 262-646-3327. 262-646-3327.
Marty's Pizza. Do you remember when times were good? Well, they're good again. It's as good today as it was in the past. It doesn't get any better than that. Remember Marty's Pizza.
When you want the best medical attention, you don't just go to anybody. You go to a specialist. The same should be true with your car or truck. I'm Deb Cruz, president of the Auto Dealers Association of Mega Milwaukee. When your vehicle needs service, take it to a specialist, an Adam member new car dealer. Adam dealers use factory warranty parts, the latest diagnostic equipment, and certified manufacturer technicians specially trained on the advanced technology on your vehicle. They have all the latest manufacturer service bulletins and will know if your issue is covered by an existing warranty or if there are any recalls. And despite what you might assume, their prices are as low or even lower than the independent shops, even on routine maintenance and tires. Now, knowing all that, why would you even consider going anywhere other than an Adam member dealer?
Get an oil change and safety inspection for trouble-free summer driving. Visit adam.com to find the Adam member dealer.
Welcome back to What's on Tap on WTMJ.
Thank you so much for joining me on What's on Tap. And I am delighted to tell you that we have one of our Milwaukee chefs that you can see in a documentary streaming now on a streaming site called WatchTodos.com. If you know a little Espanol, todos means all. So you can watch. So it's called Humble Kitchen. And I've seen this episode, and I can tell you it's good. Amalinda chef Gregory Leone is the subject of the first episode of this series called Humble Kitchen. It's a 4-episode series and is created by Todos Media. And it is an incredible profile of our beloved and award-winning chef, Gregory Leone. And I had him in a couple of weeks ago when the streaming was just about to go live the next day. And it's officially live. I'm so glad that everybody can see the Humble Kitchen because it's not a competition. When you think, documentaries or reality show, it really is a profile of Chef Leon's journey so far, and it's beautifully shot. Milwaukee looks wonderful in this documentary. So I wanted to share this part of this conversation with you, and a sample of what you will hear in the Humble Kitchen documentary featuring Chef Gregory Leone of Amalinda.
There's so many other people out there that you could be interviewing right now. My drug use didn't really start until I was way into my 30s, and I find myself on the corner of 4th and Market at 2 p.m. with nowhere to go. And when I say nowhere to go, it doesn't mean that I didn't have any plans. It means I have nowhere to go. And I can't explain to you what a horrible feeling that is.
That is the voice of Chef Gregory Leone, and that is how the documentary Humble Kitchen starts, with that almost confessional type of story. Gregory Leone is in the studio with me. How does that feel to hear that portion? And when you watch the documentary, knowing that that's how it starts.
I was really surprised that that's how they start. They start with a bang. But let's get it all out there, I guess, from the get-go. It's kind of like the hook. But to listen to that, to listen to those words and to watch myself say it really takes me back to that feeling of despair and not having a place to go. That clip I'm talking about, how at that moment in time I had nowhere to go, but not like I didn't have plans. I just had nowhere to go. I had no place of my own, nowhere to go. And it's a pretty gross feeling. But
look where you are now.
And I'm grateful that, I get these chances to revisit that feeling in a way, because I'm like, okay, this is, what am I going to continue to do with my life to make sure I never feel like that again? And how can I help other people not feel like that?
And without giving away too much of your journey, what's the summary of Gregory's childhood journey and how you get to Milwaukee? The summary.
The summary, born in the U.S., moved to Venezuela when I was 5. Moved back when I was 19, was out in California for 18 years, and then landed in Milwaukee. And there's a lot of stuff that happened in there.
Yeah, exactly. But
that's the timeline.
Yeah, for people who want to know that. And one of the things that struck me about your journey is that you embarked on a lot of your experiences solo.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely solo. Talk about that kind of independence and that kind of decision making.
It's a lot easier to make decisions on what you're going to do with your life when you're by yourself. You don't have to take other people into account. And I don't know, I like to travel by myself, I guess. And just me and my dog.
Because at some point you up and go to Madrid, and then you up and say, I'm not leaving Madrid.
I think, which I didn't end up having to come back, but I think also, while living in Venezuela, my father worked for an oil company, and he got transferred quite a bit. So we had to move every couple of years. So I think that kind of conditioned me to be like, no, it's okay, let's move. And I've learned, the first time I moved away from a place where I had really good friends, I was like, I'm really worried I'm going to lose contact. And what I've learned is that those friends that are really meaningful, the people that are really stuck with you, who have a real strong bond with you, you're going to be in contact with them no matter where you live.
Well, and that's the contrast of the other thing that I noticed. So I noticed that you're solo, you're a go-getter, you're resourceful, you make things happen. But now on the other side, talk about community, because you've got a healing process after the loss of your mother, after you're getting over substance abuse and coping with that, you're becoming a chef. The fact that your restaurant is built by people who care about you, who've been to your pop-ups and will come in and paint. Community.
That was really surprising to me.
And you have a restaurant that people have gravitated to now for over 10 years. Talk about that sense of community in contrast to you being this solo dude.
I think as chefs and restaurant owners, we have a duty to make the community around us better. The days of being a famous chef who just makes nice food that tastes good and looks good on a plate, I think, are behind us. I would like to think they're behind us. I think we have a responsibility to our community to help them and help the people in our community. I don't know. It's just my parents always told me it's good to help people. So, I never intended Amalinda to become the community center it has become. But it makes me very happy knowing that it has, and that a lot of people, that it's an important place for a lot of people for many different reasons.
what are some of those reasons you think that it's resonated?
I think people feel comfortable. They feel at ease there. I think they genuinely enjoy the people that work there. It's a place where people can feel safe. They can come and be themselves. They know nobody's going to judge them or look at them weird if they're on a date with somebody of the same sex or a different skin color or whatever. It's a pretty safe space.
And it's got to be good food. People don't show up to a restaurant just because of the ambiance.
The food's very good. I will say that. I don't like the
You can be proud of that.
I'm proud of it, and I don't like to toot our own horn, but I feel like we've got some really good food.
Well, to be recognized by the James Beard Awards 4 times now?
Yeah, 2 finalists and 2 semifinalists, yeah.
What does that feel like when those nominees come out? Like, is that something you look forward to? Is that something that's a buzz in our community?
It is a buzz in our community, and I do look forward to it. It's great to be recognized by people that you admire and by people who you think are knowledgeable in the field that you work in. It's a nice
know what they're talking
know
about.
what they're talking about, and it's also it is also a reflection on what an amazing team we have there. I don't do everything there, and I couldn't do this by myself, so they deserve as much recognition as I do.
He is Chef Gregory Leone of Amalinda, and he is the focus of the first episode of the docuseries The Humble Kitchen. And if you can search The Humble Kitchen, you'll find it. Otherwise, you can find it on watchtodos.com, the website. And it is a wonderful profile of Chef Leone. I think you will get to know him more and really appreciate just how much of a community person he is. It's certainly a gift to our city, Chef Gregory Leone, and it's called The Humble Kitchen. Look for it and stream it this weekend. Then maybe go plan a bite at Amalinda. You won't be disappointed. Always delicious there. I am Sandy Maxx. Thanks so much for listening. You can catch up on the podcast anytime. I wish you a great weekend. And thanks again to all of my guests tonight. I really appreciate it when anybody spends time with me, especially you, because I know you have choices. So catch up on the What's on Tap podcast anytime. And I look forward to meeting you back here on What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee.
Save big money on your next painting project when you shop at Menards. Get long-lasting color with Pittsburgh's Distinction Exterior Paint. It's a paint and primer in one, plus it's highly dirt-resistant to maintain a clean appearance. Save big money on Distinction Exterior Paint. Our knowledgeable team is ready to help bring your dream